So here's a quilt that got put together. So this one we recycled um, old shirts. A lot of these are dress shirts. Your casual shirt, button up. What we did is we put a wool, uh, put wool for the batten on the inside and made it really thick, and it's really heavy. But we used a real breathable, soft cotton. Most of these are the cotton breathable shirts. We did the whole top in them, and then we hand tied it. You could probably quilt one if you really wanted to, but they're kind of thick. But the coolness from the shirts, it's the slick, lightweight, thin cotton button-up shirts that's kind of got a cool feel to them. We used these on the front. Then on the back we used the same style of sheet for the back side to make the backing, and then we put the wool on the inside, so the wool will get really warm, but then the shirt material will help it to breathe. Then you'll have the back side that's going to help it breathe on the back side, so you'll stay warm but you won't get too hot. And it's a way to let it breathe and kind of make a good quilt. It's how to make a really thick quilt. You get a whole lot of thickness out of it, and it'll breathe. And you'll have the cool feel from the t-shirts, but you'll have the hotness and the warmth from the wool on the inside, and you won't have the scratchy feel of the wool. You'll have that smooth t-shirt feel and that soft cotton. It's almost like an Egyptian cotton for the back. It'll be really soft and helps it breathe. So in the wintertime, it makes a really good quilt. Hand tying it kind of gives it a little extra air in the layers, so it helps it kind of breathe. If you quilt it down real tight, sometimes it can affect the way the quilt heats and cools. So, and what we did is we just folded the sheet over and sewed it. So this is how we got this whole thing combined together. But it makes a really good quilt. So if you have a lot of old used shirts and you have a wool blanket, or you have a wool batten, and you have a pretty good sheet somewhere that you can use, you can easily make a really good quilt. These put me in mind of a modern day sleeping bag, kind of, because you got that slick, cool feel on the front and back, but you've got that really thick insulated wool on the inside. So you can easily use these for camping, outdoors. You can make even throws if you like to sit outdoors on your porch, patio. You could easily make one for that. Outdoors where it's going to be a little bit colder than normal. But they work really good. They're really breathable, and it's a really good way to recycle old shirt material. And you can recycle old wool blankets, or if you've got old wool batting that's came out of another quilt that's still good, you can recycle it. You can recycle old sheets this way, cut them down, maybe the sides of them, or something's starting to go bad, you cut them down, use them. You can just keep recycling all this stuff. But this is how we recycle our old shirts and stuff and make these really thick quilts. It's a lot like the way the Amish builds their quilts. A lot of them uses a wool on the inside. Some uses cotton. But it's very similar to the way theirs is. You can do it fancy, or you can do it with just the regular blocks like these. I find these 10-inch blocks really quick and simple, and you don't have a whole lot of sewing to do. It makes a really quick quilt. and you don't have a whole lot of time in it. The biggest time you'll have is probably putting the binding on it, folding it over and cutting it, and cutting all the pieces, and then hand tying. It'll be your most. The block should go pretty quick if you got a good machine and you got it cut evenly. But this is the way to make a really heavy duty quilt that breathes and don't get too hot.